Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another Top Stock video. Catch me every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Benzinga channel where we go over stocks, we go over crypto, and this week we will have Bizarro's NFT joining us. They're an up and coming NFT company, and I think you guys will really like what they got going on. Also, I think we'll go over Cardano Ecosystem a little bit with Cardano blowing up with the smart contracts coming. I think we can take advantage of having their ecosystem and learning about their ecosystem. So, before we get into the top stocks video, a little intro. DarkHorseWatcher.com. That is DarkHorseWatcher.com. If you want to go to the channel and get updates the moment I release a video, go to DarkHorseWatcher.com. Let's get into top stocks. But before we get into it, just a couple little message on the top stocks. Bitcoin is heading to 50K. So a lot of these top stocks have to do with Bitcoin, and these are going to be long-term stocks, guys. Bitcoin will get to 100K uh, by the midpoint of next year. It's going to get there. That's about double what it is now, but um, a lot of these stocks I'm talking about have not reacted to Bitcoin climbing back up to 48K the last week and a half. So so that gives us the opportunity to go out there and sweep up some of these bargains. All right, and understand that these are long term things. They're gonna try to shake you out of them. Um, they're at the bargain basement right now, and that's the best time for us to come in and scoop them up. All right, so let's take a look at it. My highest conviction one is CleanSpark. There's definitely some manipulation going on with this guy. Because if we look out, it's back to its price a year ago. All right, it was as high as $40, sitting at 11. It's back to almost the basement price it was a year ago. All right, and if we look at the calendar and we look at the earnings, so they missed, right? They missed by 20%. They missed EPS a lot. Like they went from being profitable as a company to being in a negative and not being profitable. Um, so the thing to miss that people might miss here is last year at this time they were only making $2 million. This year at this time they're making $12 million. So they literally are making 6 times more as a company than they made a year ago. So for them to go back to the prices they were a year ago is almost ridiculous. So, and given the fact that they just bought a new Bitcoin mining facility, we go here and check it out. Second data center to increase Bitcoin mining capacity. The sky's the limit for these guys, all right? Um, so I'm gonna just buy some CleanSpark, put it away, just not even look at it because it's bound for these $40 prices again, especially in like a year when Bitcoin is sitting up easily past 100K. Um, CleanSpark is definitely headed more past this. Okay. Um, yes, and they're still into the microgrids too, so they're infrastructure play as well. Big bargain here with CleanSpark. We have Riot and Mara. Um, these guys are they're a bargain too, because they were as high as like $80 and $60 respectively. Um, but you know, I'm not gonna get shaken out like I did earlier with Riot and stuff like that. Cause I had these guys literally at like $2. I had a ton of shares of these, and I let them shake. I let things shake me out in the price action. I'm not doing that with CleanSpark. They have it. They have it all ahead of them, and it's a nice opportunity to come down here and buy these guys at this price. So CleanSpark long term. Riot and Mara also they're bargains at this point. But if you don't have Riot and Mara money, definitely grab some CleanSpark. Let's see here. Ouster. Ouster beat revenue. They missed on the EPS. But here's a point I want to note. And Ouster is a LiDAR company. They also have, so they're a LiDAR company. They're in talks here to buy one of their rivals. We got on here. We just had a huge block trade at 762. Because there's no reason for these guys to be this low. It really isn't. Where is it? In talks to acquire LiDAR rival Synphonics. If we look at their earnings, they're out earning their rival Luminar by $1 million, yet they're half the price. So they beat revenue, they're at 7.36. Luminar, however, missed revenue. They're only earning 6.3 mil, and they also aren't profitable. Yet they're at about $16 a share. So to me, that makes Ulster a big deal, a big bargain. Same thing that goes with Open Door. They do real estate. They're in the billions of real estate dollars. Whereas Redfin, they haven't reached a half a bill yet, and yet they triple the price. Makes Open definitely a bargain in my mind. Also, we have here Fintech Acquisition Corp. This company is going to be eToro, and I think the future for all of these Bitcoin exchanges is to be like banks. So to grab this at almost the floor price of the SPAC is amazing at right now. So honestly, Ouster, FTCV, and CleanSpark are two of the biggest, along with Open. They're the biggest bargains in the market right now, in my mind. All right, Mogo, they missed and they missed. They're still not profitable yet, but they've almost doubled their revenue. So it's like 70 more percent revenue as a company than last year. So that's something to note. And yeah, my big deals are CleanSpark, Open Door, Ouster, and Fintech Corp, which is going to be eToro. My short termers are Express. They have earnings coming up in 3 days. We have analysts like Will Mead, who's big on Twitter, talking about this is going to be the next gamma short squeeze. We just had companies like clothing companies report their revenue, and their revenue has been good, and hence the last week we've seen this pop up as a result of that. But yeah, guys, don't get shook. It was coming up to 650 here, and they shook it down that week for it to come back to the same price. I didn't believe the shake. One of the reasons I didn't believe the shake is because like a month ago, one of their CEO bought some shares is it? So CEO bought some shares right here. I'm like, okay, he must be thinking earnings are going to be good. And then we have some unusual options that were bullish. I'm like, okay, that's enough signs for me to get into this in the short term. And I think if we get good earnings from this company, because they've supposedly kind of changed their model around, they changed their like kind of their whole business focus, whereas their new store concept is kind of like online and being an online store. So if we go look at the Seeking Alpha article, just kind of skim it. The new sites are also generating higher average dollar sales than the traditional express stores in malls. So they kind of shifted over to being an online type store. And I think that pivot for them is going to be really good, and it's going to show big time in the earnings. If it does show, and if Will Mead is right, we're going to get a gamma squeeze there. Push this probably past at least 8-10 on the high side. Also, short term, last stock we have here is Intravision Communications. If we look at these guys, they've been putting in that good work this last couple quarters. We check out their earnings. They've beat for like the last four quarters. Um, they went from being in like the high 60s, low 70s in earnings to 170 million, 148 million, 178 million as a company. The communications company owns a couple different radio stations. Um, we have here the good stuff, and then the fake out. It always happens. Look, we're going up, fake out. It kind of held level for a while, went up, fake out. So here in the next month or two, I really expect this to go past uh $8 at least. I'm sorry. Yes, $8. Next 2 months, really expect this to go past $8. Had a director sell some shares, but he's already up 3 times on these shares, so I'm not worried about it. We just saw the earnings there, and just again what this company does. They're a global media company, encompass integrated marketing and media solutions comprised of television, radio, digital properties, and data analytics services. The company operates in television broadcasting, blah, 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 blah. The radio stations, approximately 38 FM, 10 AM stations located in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Nevada, New Mexico, and Texas. It also provides digital advertising solutions that allow advertisers to primarily reach online Hispanic audiences worldwide. So this is like they're targeting Latinos. They're targeting Latinos and in their marketing, and they're on all like kind of Latino ish markets. So they're blowing up. They're blowing up. And I think they definitely have $10 in their future if they continue with this boon in their earnings here. So that's all we have for this week. The short termers are Express and EVC. The long termers are Riot, Mara, CleanSpark, Open, Ouster, Mogo. And that's what we got for you guys this week. Have a good one. Peace.